Are you a brick and mortar business owner that has put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up and serves your clients really well, only to be frustrated that you're the best kept secret in town? If you're not hearing your new clients say, "I found you on Google," then you are in the right place. Welcome. My name is Melissa Rose. I'm a mom, a brick and mortar business owner, and your straight shooting visibility coach. I've cracked the SEO code to becoming the top choice on Google in my industry. And now I'm sharing the secrets on this podcast. Get ready for stories, fail-proof strategies, and practical tips to elevate your brick and mortar presence to the top choice on Google. Let's get real, because we're going to make your business the only option in town. Welcome back to another episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility. Hello. Happy whatever day you're listening to this. I am recording on a Monday, and I am a little bit later in recording because, let's just be real, I was outside all day yesterday playing in my garden, and it was lovely. But this morning and in the middle of the night, I was miserable. So I needed everything to clear out of my sinuses so I don't sound terribly awful. I still have my beautiful Wisconsin accent for all of you around the country and world that are listening. Welcome. We are going to talk about the 4 mistakes that I see in SEO. And I will be completely honest. These are some mistakes that I made in the beginning, and I am always learning and trying to improve, and recently was working on a client's SEO and saw these mistakes happening. So I needed to bring these up to you. So before we dive into today's episode, I want to invite you all to bring on over your Google Business Profile Update. You need to grab something from your social. That I use it this way because it's the easiest. Most of us are active on social, so bring over your latest social post, maybe last week's, that got the most engagement, and bring it over to your Google Business Profile. If you don't know what I mean by that, go grab my free Google workshop, MsMelissaRose.com/deals. That's where all the fun stuff is. I have some freebie stuff there. I have ways to work with me and all the goodness. So just go to that link. It's right there in the show notes for you, and you can get that free workshop. It tells you everything you need to do. I walk you through it step by step so that you can start laying this foundation of really good SEO, because we want people finding you first. We want you to show up, because guess what? When people Google you, they are ready to buy. So let's get buyers in the door. And how we do that is by setting up our Google Business Profile and optimizing it with all the bells and whistles. So grab that. It's about 35 minutes long. You can speed me up. I sound super smart if you speed me up, and get your SEO started with that workshop. If you are a health and wellness provider, I have some great opportunities for you, so listen up. The first one is if you are local to the St. Croix Valley. So Hudson, Wisconsin, Stillwater, Minnesota, Woodbury, River Falls, that area. If you are a health and wellness provider specializing in mind, body, and soul, I invite you to be part of Healthy in the Valley. Healthy in the Valley is a great way to amplify your brand, your business, your services and offerings by partnering with Healthy in the Valley. Healthy in the Valley is the area's best wellness providers and resources in the St. Croix Valley, all in one place. And our mission for Healthy in the Valley is to encourage and empower our community to make choices about their health and wellness that support them and the local businesses around them, so the entire community can thrive. If that sounds like something you want to learn more about, please go to healthyinthevalley.com. And then just scroll down a little bit, and you'll see a blue button that says Become a Member of Healthy in the Valley. Click that button, and you will see all the features and benefits of being part of this organization. And it's also a really great introductory way to work with me over the course of 6 months. So check it out if you are a health and wellness provider in the St. Croix Valley. Now, if you're a health and wellness provider nationwide, worldwide, I have an offer for you. This is from past podcast guest Joanna Sapir. She has a workshop from May 6th to the 10th called Empowered Practitioner Event, and this is the 3rd time she's offering it. It's 5 days of sessions designed to help wellness practitioners create a resilient business that attracts high-quality clients and creates steady, predictable income in their practice. If you're interested, the link is below, but it's joannasapir.com/empowered. Again, just scroll through the show notes here and click on it. It'll take you right to our landing page. It's a free workshop. geared to help those health and wellness providers. Today we have a listener shout out. I have been doing the podcast for 4 years and this never gets old. Just like your Google reviews never get old. Every time you get a Google review, doesn't it feel awesome? I am a words of affirmation girl, so Google reviews are huge, but podcast reviews are very, very special as well. And I just want to shout out the latest one. This one is from TGB. Melissa has been an incredible asset to my small business. Her knowledge and professionalism are off the charts. She took time to talk with me about the functions of my business and my goals as a recent brick and mortar establishment. I have truly seen a massive gain in traffic to my website and social media, which has resulted in new business, and I am so grateful. Meeting her and getting to work with her has been a highlight on my journey. She is just that wonderful. Thank you so much, Brie. I know who this is. She has been a client of mine. She received the giveaway that I did this past January, and she has just gone gangbusters with her business, and it's been a complete joy to serve her and then watch her success as she continues to just give great service. If you do not know that girl, Brie, I'll put her link here in the show notes. But if you need some charcuterie, she is your girl. And she is just, not only does great work, but she is just one of the best people in the world. She's just so kind and lovely and just easy to work with. And everybody who works with her just loves her. Thanks again, Brie, for those really kind words. If you are a podcast listener and have been listening to the podcast here for a while, I invite you to leave an honest rating and review. They mean the world to me, and they genuinely, genuinely help get this podcast out to more people like you who need help in getting their business found on Google. So please, it would mean the world to me, and I will shout you out on the podcast. Thanks so much. All right, into today's episode. Let me get my cheaters on. I have officially graduated to cheaters. I do like the accessory, but man, do I not like it when I can't read what I wrote. Oh my word, the struggle is real. Okay, so I have 4 mistakes that I often see, and this was triggered from a client's work last week that I was doing. I was like, ooh, I got to talk about this. So number 1, not taking advantage of the meta titles and descriptions. What I mean by this, either you are not even doing it and you're letting the software platform that you are using just auto-populate that, which sometimes can work, but when we have control over things, let's maybe have a little bit control over it. What I saw with my clients is that they were too long. Your meta titles and descriptions have character limits. Your title is about 55 characters, and your description is about 155 characters. So we need to be very succinct with how we say what the page is about, preferably your blog. And then the other thing within not taking advantage of the meta titles and descriptions is you are not using the keywords. And that kind of defeats the whole point. We need to use the keywords. So if you've been listening to me, you know that I want you to write a blog once or twice a month minimum. And if you are doing that properly, chances are you have a keyword or phrase in your title. And like I said, often that gets auto-populated into your software if you leave it alone. However, sometimes we're using titles that are way too long. So that's the kicker there. So if you are doing this, you just really need to be mindful of that so that things are being found by your people and, of course, Google. All right, the second mistake I often see, and this is one that I recently saw, is that they were trying to do the same keywords for every blog post or every page on their website. And I understand the reason to the madness. You want to be found for a certain thing. However, your website is only going to be shown a couple times when using those keywords. Google is only going to show it a few times. So we need to make sure each page on our website is going to have different keyword specifics. So for example, my studio, I'm not going to say dance studio or Hudson's Dance Studio on every single page. A, it doesn't make sense, and B, it has a different purpose. Each page has a different purpose, okay? So if I had Hudson's top-rated dance studio and then it took me to the staff page, That doesn't really make sense, right? So I want to make sure my staff page is about dance educators in Hudson, Wisconsin, or top dance educators in Wisconsin. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there. But I want to make sure that my phrase or my title makes sense with the page that's on there, and that we're really optimizing the keyword or words on that page. And we're not using the same keywords, for example, Western Wisconsin's top realtor on every single page, because that makes no sense. Number 3 is choosing the wrong keywords. Now, this is kind of similar to number 2 in the fact that, let's say you were doing best pizza joint, and every page talked about the best pizza joint. We need to make sure that our keywords are, first of all, they're keywords that people are searching for. For example, best pizza joint near me. They're searching that. Then we need to bring it to the least competition. So you have best pizza joint, but maybe it's best pizza joint with gluten-free crust. That's very specific. All right. So that keyword or phrase there will go to a page that talks about that. All right. So we want to be really clear in our titles and in our meta descriptions there. So this kind of all overlaps, but sometimes we're just using the wrong keywords at the wrong time within the pages where it doesn't make sense. For example, if somebody's searching best dance studio near me and it brings them to the teacher page, that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I mean, you could loosely connect it, but we want to see the best classes and the students having fun to make that really impactful for the future buyer. The last one here I am excited about because this one was newer to me, and that is having a call to action within your title. All right, so you could say shop now, or shop here, or buy now, or learn more, or list your home here. This is a great way to get people to click on your website and help that algorithm for Google to know that you're active in business and people are liking what they see. Because every time somebody clicks on your website, it tells Google, yes, I am, Google is like, yay, I showed that person the right thing. So then they're going to show your page to more people. So it's just this algorithm of love, just like the podcast. You leave a podcast review, the algorithm says, oh, great, this podcast is liked. We're going to bump it out to more people. They're not going to bump it out to all the people right away. They're going to slowly do that. So anytime you get a Google review, or for me, like a podcast review, it helps. So anytime we can get somebody to click on our website, it helps the algorithm. So please use a call to action within the title of your meta descriptions or in your blog posts. Learn 10 reasons why having a birthday party at the dancing house is the best decision you can make as a parent. I'm going to click on that to find out what do I need to know to have a birthday party there, so I don't have to pull my hair out with 10 5-year-olds. So we want to make sure that our blog posts are, yes, user-friendly for our audience, that we want to write for our audience, but we also need to optimize what we can do behind the scenes with our titles, our meta descriptions, so that we are being found first. So this is a watered down version of this. I didn't want to get too in the weeds because it literally, based on what platform you're using, it looks differently. But you have your titles and your meta descriptions, and those are super important, and we want to make sure that we are optimizing them. If you want help, if you want to just talk through this a little bit, please schedule a 20-minute call. I love 20-minute calls to get to know different business owners from all over the country, what you're doing, and just giving you some advice on what can help and what could work. And then from there, you guys decide if working together is the right choice for you. I have my VIP day, which is super fun for me. It just fuels me so much. It's 3 hours of time where we sit down and we walk through everything. And then we lead into some Google blog posts. We start mapping those out. And then we lead into other things that you might have questions on. Maybe it's like running a team or hiring or moving to a bigger space. Sometimes it goes into that. Sometimes we just get through that Google business profile and the starting of a blog post. It just really is dependent on you. That's why it's a VIP day. It's all about you. And then I have some other ways to work together. I have my consulting packages where I do the work for you. Let's say you're really busy and you don't want anything to do with this. Hire this out. Let's do it. That is what I love to do for brick and mortar business owners and or one-on-one coaching. And the coaching is for that person who says, yes, I can do it myself, or I have somebody on my team that can do this, but I would really value your advice as a brick and mortar business owner and as an online business owner. Advice on team, on pricing, on marketing, on systems, kind of that thing. So kind of that thing of running a business and getting things lean and tight so that you can expand and grow and scale and not lose your mind doing it. All right, my brick and mortar business owner. And those of you that don't have a storefront yet, but your goals are to have a storefront, to hang that shingle and have your brand out in the public to serve your community well. You are my hero. You get up, you create something great, and the market says you are needed, you are valued, you are wanted. And I want you to be the only option in town by making sure people can find you, like you, and trust you faster than your competition. Competition is good, but I want you to be the only option in town. Have a great week, everybody. If you like the podcast, please like, follow, do all the things, share it with your besties, share it on your stories, tag me so that I can shout you out. And if you really enjoyed it, I would be so honored if you left an honest rating and review on your favorite platform that you are listening. It means the world to me, and it helps this show get out to more people. Thank you so much. Have a great week. We will see you here, same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.